Boston beer has been the center of M&A speculation ever since Friday, when there was a report that Suntory was in deal talks with them. And since then, Suntory has denied that report. But today, another report says that cannabis producer Green Thumb has expressed interest in Boston beer. The Wall Street Journal reporting the CEO of Green Thumb sent a letter to Boston Beer on Sunday to discuss the idea. Green Thumb saying its policy is not to comment on market rumors. But we're going to discuss this idea with Bloomberg's Tiffany Kary. And if you think about this, of course, the idea of Green Thumb versus Suntory is a massively different direction for Boston beer than you would have thought. Tiffany, what would this really mean for the future of the alcohol industry, let alone for Boston beer?
Well, I think there's a lot of concern that cannabis is taking market share away from alcohol. Clearly, that's been a concern for a while. Yet we have seen other attempts to merge alcohol and beer businesses that have not gone that well. So this would be really interesting if it did bring something successful around. Obviously, Boston Beer has sort of stuck its foot in the water. It has a product called Teapot in Canada, but to the state, there hasn't really been a successful union of those two worlds, cannabis and alcohol.
Right. That was going to be my next question. I mean, does it signal future product innovation by means of liquid cannabis, by means of drinkable options here?
I think there's a lot of innovation that's been done over the past couple of years. I still hear a lot of reports that people aren't particularly happy with the way some of these cannabis drinks taste. You know, some of them taste a bit bitter. Earthy or grassy is a slightly more kind term to put the way some of them taste. I do think there's a lot of interest in the sort of financial synergies that a cannabis company and an alcohol company could have in terms of distribution routes. And also some of these cannabis companies would really like to list on the major stock exchanges. Potentially a deal like this could help them do that.
Let's talk about Boston beer for a second, because of course it's still down more than 1.2% on the day. It was down yesterday as well. It surged on the deal news on Friday. Do they need a deal ultimately?
That's not clear, and I think obviously Suntory has approached as well. There seems to be some interest there. People are circling. It sort of remains to be seen whether or not the controlling founder there, Jim Koch, is going to be open to doing deals.